Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. I hope you all are doing well. Now, I do know all of you must be confused regarding how online classes are conducted in VIT. We have gone through this as well. So in this video, I'll try to give an overview how VIT is conducting online classes for us, for the seniors, which will definitely help you out in figuring out things. So let's start the video. First, we have the platform. So basically, VIT is using a platform called Microsoft Teams. So you can download it on your phone, on your desktop, even you can use it on your browser. However, I won't recommend you to use it on your browser as some functionalities may not work properly on your browser. So it's recommendable to download it. If you want to download it and check whether your operating system is supporting it or not, you can go at this link. Moving on, now the login credentials. For us, we received a mail from VIT like this with our login credentials. I hope for you guys also will get a mail from VIT with your login credentials using which you will be attending your online classes. Moving on, so this is the basic layout of MS Team. So let's understand what a team is. Team is basically a group of presenters which will be your teacher and the group of attendees which will be your classmates. So for different subjects, you will be having different teams. So for physics, you will having a different team. For English, you will be having a different team. For labs, you will having a different team. So let's understand how you're supposed to join these teams. Now there are three different ways. First is automatically, where your faculty will automatically add you in the team, and the other way is code. So basically, otherwise your faculty will give you a unique code by mail using which you will have to join the team. I will explain that in detail later. Otherwise, in case your faculty doesn't add you in the team, neither gives you the code via mail, I will say that wait for one day prior. Let's say your classes are conducted by 16 am. I'm assuming that. So by 15th noon, if you don't get a mail, neither you are added to the team, I will recommend to mail your faculty. So how to find the email address of your faculty? Join our Telegram group. The link will be in the description. There are a huge number of seniors who will help you out to find the email address of your faculty. So you can mail them regarding adding you in the team. So joining team by code. Let's say your faculty gave you a unique code to join the team. So on opening MS Team, on the top right corner, you can see an option that says join or create team. On clicking that, you will be in this window where you have the option to join a team with a code. So here you will have to paste your unique code by which you will be added into the respective team. Now the features. Now I have opened a team. So here it is the uh, team detail, which team it is. I have hidden it. Here is the class overview. So basically it's minimized. Here are various tabs. So we'll talk about that one by one. First is post. So in post, we're having messages from your classmates and your teacher. Here you will find links to forms, to poll, a link for assignments, various things. I'll talk about those in detail later. Next, we have an option, I should say a tab that says files. Now, let's say your faculty says that I have uploaded course material in the file tab of MS Team. That means you have to go in this tab and get the course material. Next, we have class notebook. So basically in MS Team, you have the feature of keeping notes during classes, which you can see over here. However, it's not very useful in my opinion. I have not seen anyone using it, so don't bother about it. Next, we have assignments. So basically, your online quizzes. For your online quiz, you will have to go into assignment tab and give your quiz. In a grade tab, you can see your grades. Now, in the meeting, you have some options that you need to know about. First is the camera. This is the option to switch on and off your web camera for your online classes. Next is the option to switch on and off your mic. Next, you have the option for share screen. So this is basically enable you to share your screen to your team. So your faculty may ask, like say during online class, your faculty might want to see that whether your code is running or not. So the faculty may ask you to share your screen and show your code to the class. So using this option, you will have to enable share screen. Next, we have options where you can find all these things. First is turn off incoming video. Let's say in case you have very poor network connection, you can turn off the incoming video of your faculty and just see the PPT. It might work in places with poor network connection. Next we have keypad, so don't worry about it, you won't be using it. Next we have turn on live caption. Again, you won't be using it. Basically it is speech to text converter. However, I don't find it very accurate, so you need not use it. Next we have show background effects over here. So basically when I am using show background effect, so basically if your faculty wants you to switch on your web camera, however you don't want to show your house or wherever you're sitting, you can change your background by using show background effect. Full screen should be obvious. Next we have show meeting notes. So again, you can keep notes during class. However, I don't find many people using it. In my opinion, it's not very useful. Next we have show device setting. However, I will recommend don't to disturb things in device setting, as the default settings works well for in every situation. However, if your speaker and mic doesn't function, there's something wrong in device setting. You can go and rectify that. However, don't disturb with device setting. I will recommend you face some problem. Next, you have raise hand. Let's say during your class, your faculty says you want to see those who are paying attention during class. So if you're paying attention, raise your hand. That doesn't mean you have to raise your hand literally. In some case, that might be the case. However, most likely your faculty is asking you to click this button, by which your faculty will see that which attendees have clicked this button. Other than that, your faculty may ask that if you have any doubt, raise your hand, which means again to click this button, your faculty will know who has pressed the button. Next, we have chat. So basically, you can uh, give some text message that your faculty and your classmates can see. You have participants. Here you can see who is your faculty and your list of your classmates. Next, request control, you won't be using it. After that, you have end call. So after your class is over, you will have to end call. Moving on, how attendance is taken. Firstly, automatically, so your teacher can automatically download the attendance list. So basically, MS Team can generate a list of the attendance list. So you do not have to worry about. Second is a manual, where your faculty may ask you to switch on your mic and call your name, or your faculty may ask you to switch on your camera, or your faculty may ask you to share your screen in order to get attendance. So there's that. Next, you have online form. So your faculty may give a link to an online form in chat. So in chat, you will find the online form, which will be active for a limited period of time. On filling this form, you will get your attendance. One other way of getting attendance is by poll, where your teacher will create a poll like this. By voting a poll, by giving your vote, you will get your attendance. Again, you will find it in the chat section. Moving on, class recordings. This is a very interesting feature of MS Team. In case if your faculty forgot to start recording, remind him or her about it. So basically in class recording, you can see the entire class recording on Microsoft Stream. It is like a YouTube equivalent of Microsoft. So where you can see anytime, anywhere you can see your class, what you have done, what your faculty had explained. However, for each team, only a certain number of videos can be uploaded on Microsoft Stream. So when this limit has been exhausted, the class recording won't be uploaded. As you can see, it says recording failed uh, to upload on stream. However, you can download the recording within a period of 20 days. So if you think that the class had something important that you might have to refer later, do download the class recording within 20 days. Now, if you still have any doubt, you can join our Telegram group. There are very seniors. There's a huge number of seniors who will be answering your doubts, who will be providing you with courses with 100% discount coupon. We know from where to get it. Uh, Seniors will be providing you with study material and with previous year question paper. You can consider subscribing to our channel. We'll be providing more interesting content for freshers in VIT, so that will help you out throughout your BTech journey. So I do recommend you to subscribe to our channel. If you have, thanks for watching. If you have any other question, you can comment down, ask us in the Telegram group. However, if you don't feel comfortable asking your doubt publicly in Telegram group or in the comment section, you can DM us on Instagram, where you can ask your doubt privately, and someone will respond within 24 hours. Follow our social media handles for regular updates. All the links will be in the description, and please like this video. It really encourages our team to work harder and to bring more interesting and helpful content for you guys. So I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.